Hey guys, what is up, and welcome to the second episode of a long-awaited Beyond Kerbol series. And I'm just gonna be straight up with you guys. I accidentally deleted the first half of this episode, so we're just gonna start this video by arriving on Minmus. Basically, the first half is just us getting to Minmus, but I'm sure you've seen that 1,000 times before you know what it looks like. Anyways guys, we're about to have a landing on Minmus. Alright, so we're about to get Jebediah out on an EVA. And he's just gonna fly around with his EVA jetpack and check out everything on Minmus. Just go to those like high little mountains over there. So while he's doing that, I just wanted to talk about the series. I know there's been a long wait for this second episode, and honestly I've just been procrastinating making it. Anyways guys, I have so many cool things for the series planned. So thank you guys for all the support you gave me on the first episode. If you could like and subscribe, I would appreciate it a lot. I don't think the third episode is going to take as long as it took to make the second episode. Hopefully it will only take a week or two, but I don't have any promises about that because of how long it took to make this episode. So now Jebediah is going to be coming back to his ship. Anyways, Jebediah is getting back into his ship and he's taking off of Minmus. So because Minmus has no atmosphere, he can actually go almost directly to the side. As long as there's no mountains, which there are some right there actually. So now we're just gonna time warp and head back to Kerbol. We are preparing for re-entry. Since we are going at 3,000 meters a second, it's gonna get very hot very fast. We are now preparing for re-entry. Since we're going at over 3,000 meters a second, if we just get into Kerbol's atmosphere, we'll actually slow down and Kerbol's atmosphere will do all the work for us. And then once that happens, we can safely deploy our chutes and splash down into the ocean. And here my game crashed, so I rage quit, and the next day I got back on to record the rest of the flight, and luckily it saved my progress. So we're just going to be coming back exactly where we left off. And everything is going nominal. The chute has deployed correctly. And we're coasting down towards the ocean. Using the science we earned from the last mission, we're going to invest it into science for our next rocket, which I'm building right here, and it's going to be able to take cables to the moon. Three, 2, 1. Liftoff! We have much more control over this rocket because the first stage is comprised off of SLBs and a liquid fuel engine, which gives us gimbal control, and so we can steer a rocket around. It's still pretty hard to control this rocket until we release the SLBs. Right now we're basically fighting the atmosphere to try to turn to the side. And because of how fast we're moving, our rocket is heating up and plasma is starting to build up and there's like red streaks around it. Alright, the SLBs are out of fuel, so now we're gonna separate them from the ship and fly on without them. This stage still has some more fuel, so we're gonna fly it until we're in orbit. Once we get into an orbit, what we're gonna do is burn out to the moon. Then once we get there, we're gonna wait for a periapsis, which is our lowest point at the moon. Then once we're there, we're going to burn retrograde to descend ourselves into an orbit. And then finally we can land. Alright, our lowest stage is out of fuel, so we're going to detach it and activate our upper stage. It's going to get us the rest of the way to the Mun. So now what we're going to do is burn backwards, and because it looks like the current area we're in is pretty good for landing, we're just going to keep on burning backwards until we basically kill off all of our speed, then come in for landing. we are getting pretty close to the Mun, and because that low stage is a bit too big to land on, we're actually going to separate it and it's going to crash into the Mun, and our upper stage is what we're going to land on. As we come in, we want to try and avoid those rocks, because if we hit them, our rocket is most likely going to fall over. So we're just going to try and get to a patch with barely any rocks, or at least some small ones. Alright, now we are coming in for landing, and Jebediah is very skilled. He knows exactly how and when to land the rocket. And now it's time to collect some science. So if you don't know, Beyond Kerbol is actually in the science mode, which means that in order to unlock new parts, we have to go around and run experiments. Basically, the harder to reach a place, the better science you're gonna get. After Jeb gracefully fell from his command module, he's now just gonna fly around and collect some data by taking a surface sample and an EVA report. Anyways, now it's time to take off of the Mun and fly back to Kerbol. So, like Minmus, we're just gonna go directly on our side again. But the thing about the Mun is it has extra gravity, so we're gonna have to go up a bit more than we would on like Minmus. And also it's way bigger. It's at least twice as big, I think. In order to get into orbit around the Mun, you need to be moving around 500 meters a second. Now it's time to get into an orbit around the Mun. From there, we can head back down to Kerbol and then through its atmosphere. Kerbol's atmosphere would do all the work of slowing us down. So now we're just burning away from the moon, and pretty soon we should be entering Kerbol's atmosphere. Now we're just gonna jettison the service module, and all that's left is our capsule and the heat shield. So the heat shield's gonna take the brute force of the energy that we get from entering the atmosphere, and it's made specifically so that it can take all of that without the ship being damaged at all. So if the heat shield stays facing in the direction we have it right now, everything will be going fine, and it will be able to take all the force from the atmosphere. So once we slow down from going supersonic, we are going to be deploying our parachutes. And so that just happened. That should slow us down enough so that we don't hit the ground and explode. Hey, it looks like we're coming down on some uneven terrain. Oh gosh. We're rolling. I repeat, we are rolling. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh gosh, oh gosh. No, 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 no! Jebediah Cameron is dead. But we have no time for mourning because our next rocket is on the launch pad and is about to take off. After the resounding failure of the last launch, the KSP decided to launch the same rocket again, just with a different pilot because the order was dead. But this launch would be just as bad. Alright, Valentina, we are getting up into a pretty standard orbit. Everything looks nominal on our end. Just keep going forward, Valentina. Alright, Valentina, prepare for stage separation in 3, 2, 1. Valentina, can you hear me? I repeat, Valentina, can you hear me? Your ship has been severely damaged along with its heat shield, so going down through the atmosphere like normal would be impossible. You're going to have to use the engine to decelerate as you come down. As you enter the atmosphere, you should see some heating around your ship. As long as you're not moving fast enough, it should not be able to destroy your ship. Valentina Kierman is dead. Anyway, so I just launched this same exact rocket a third time because surely it can go bad again. But it actually turned out going really well, and we just landed on the moon. I'm fast forwarding it because you've already seen this before and I don't want to bore you. But we landed on Kerbol successfully, and now we're back home. Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video of Beyond Kerbol. We've done a lot today, but pretty soon we are going to be going interplanetary and colonizing Duna in our next episode. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. See ya! Like and subscribe.